So, as I mentioned, and it's kind of about experimenting, is that the next 3 guests that I have from all the restaurants, you know, Giulia is about to come in and she's representing both. Giulia, you can start to come in while I'm talking here and get her set up, but this is an opportunity for people to try the different things that are out there. If you haven't tried these different dishes, and add them to your own feasts and festivities. Whoa!
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm doing
Thank
very
you for
good.
coming in.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. Now, Giulia has a cool history, and we're going to talk about everybody's background a little bit later when he comes in. But you are born and bred in Italy.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I was born and raised in a small town between Rome and Naples, right in the boot, in the middle of the boot, of the Italian boot.
Okay.
The name of the town is Itri.
Itri.
Yes,
Yep.
it's a sister city with Cranston, Rhode Island, which is
Nice. We like that.
yeah, which is one of the reasons I'm here. I grew up in this small town, which is popular for the production of the extra virgin olive oil and the olives. I was a lucky girl. All the ingredients of my meal during my childhood were house-made. My grandfather, that is 88 now, he still owns a vineyard. He makes his own wine.
Really?
Yes.
We got to bring your
yeah.
grandfather in.
He makes extra virgin olive oil, olives. He has a little piece of land where he does veggies for the entire family. And so I was lucky enough to grow up in this environment. And 3 years ago, I decided to move to Rhode Island to get my master's degree, which I just got from Johnson & Wales University.
Congratulations. That's
Thanks.
fantastic.
Last May. And right after, I started working for the Di Quattro Group, which is one of the most successful Italian restaurant group in the town. And I'm sharing my knowledge, my passion, my dedication for the Italian cuisine.
So with the Di Quattro group, it's Pane, Vino, and Massimo, and I believe that they're now getting into the catering. Esther and I have gone back and forth and talked about that.
Exactly.
But Joe is your cousin, is that
He's
correct?
my cousin.
Joe Di Quattro is your
Yeah,
cousin.
his great-grandmother and my great-grandmother were cousins. But he came to Italy when he was very young. He was, I guess, in his 20s.
Wow.
And he was looking for the family, trying to learn about Italian cuisine. And he met my grandfather. We chose a nice lunch for him, and he tried my grandmother's food, and he fell in love with Italy and my family.
So this is a great connection, then how
Oh,
this
yeah.
all came full circle for
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you're here, and congratulations again on your master's degree. That's a
Thank you,
wonderful thing.
appreciate it.
And you're
Thanks.
representing 2 great restaurants. So both Massimo and Pane Vino celebrate La Vigilia.
Absolutely.
And when does that start at their restaurants? Because the timelines are different for each place.
We're gonna start to serve La Vigilia menu this coming Friday until Christmas Eve. Massimo will be served the La Vigilia menu on lunch and dinner
Okay.
every day starting from this Friday. Pane Vino, it's usually open just for dinner,
Yep.
but for Christmas Eve, we should be open for lunch as well.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. Good news to put out there. Christmas Eve, Pane Vino is going to be open for La Vigilia and lunchtime. Perfect. So, what did you bring? Because the aromas are driving me insane before we even get to the wine. What did you bring here today?
Well, that's our third course on our La Vigilia menu.
Okay.
For our 7 fishes dinner this year, we add an extra fish, so it's going to be 8 fishes on the
8.
menu.
There you go.
3 courses. The first course will be very, very authentic, a family platter with 4 tastes of different appetizer and seafood.
Okay.
The first one will be a snail salad made following Joe's grandmother recipe. We're going to have pan-fried calamari, fried smelts, and bacala.
Wow.
The second course will be...
That was only the first course.
Exactly. We like to be generous with our guests.
I love it.
The second course will be spaghetti alle vongole, spaghetti with clams, local clams cooked in extra virgin olive oil with a drizzle of white wine, roasted garlic, touch of red pepper flakes, finished with fresh parsley. Last option, it's this one. That's our third course. It's a zuppa di pesce, a seafood soup with an halibut fillet poached in a tomato garlic sea broth, served with fresh mussels and Gulf shrimp. And we do also have some wood grilled crostini bread that you can dip in the tomato sea
Oh my
broth
God.
to end your meal.
I'm starving now all of a sudden. And the aromas of this are driving me crazy. Now, it's the same menu for both Pane and Massimo?
It will be the same. We wanted to give our guests the opportunity to enjoy a very authentic traditional dinner, Christmas Eve dinner, and we think this is the best we can
I
offer
think
to
that's
them.
fantastic. So what did you bring for wine here today?
I bring Falanghina del Sagno from
Nice.
2015. It's a wine made in my area, so I'm
Oh,
really proud to show it to you.
all right. So we're going to have a little taste of this for sure.
It pairs perfectly with our seafood dinner with all the 7 fishes. and it's very drinkable, it's fresh, it's light, and it's perfect for a long meal.
Perfect. Cheers. Salute.
Salute.
Oh, that's wonderful, and that would go fantastic with this. You're absolutely right. So, Giulia, fill me in a little bit. I'm talking about wine now. All my guests today have great wine lists at their restaurants, and you just described this wine list perfectly, along with describing all the food. You did an impeccable job of how you described it. How important, growing up in Italy, was wine to your everyday meals?
Well, I cannot remember one day without a bottle of wine on my dad's table.
See, this, why did you leave? No, I'm only kidding. I just-
Well, the secret is having a very good wine and have half glass for every meal.
A half glass for every meal.
Yeah.
That would be my tough part, is the half glass for every meal. I'm more like the half glass for every course, that kind of thing. So that'd be kind of tough for me. But you said that your father, your grandfather made homemade wine, right?
Yes, red and white.
Red and wine.
Yes.
So for you to come over to the States and being a part of Pane, Vino, and Massimo, and you walk into these great traditions that they've established here, this is kind of a natural fit for you to make these suggestions and work with that. I mean, you found a wine that's connected to you already.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's wonderful. Have you found, and you said you've been here 3 years now, right?
Yes.
Have you found that more and more people are accepting the customs and enjoying them and being a part of them that you are familiar with on a regular basis?
Absolutely. Especially at the beginning. Still now, I have a huge accent, and I was.
Beautiful accent, by the way.
Thank you. I was kind of insecure about it, but working in the restaurant environment showed me how people from Rhode Island love the Italian culture, how they are passionate about it. Some of our guests have been to Italy like many times,
Absolutely.
try to discover in vineyards, to try new wine, to taste different grapes, and I feel this is just amazing and makes me very, very proud.
And Pane, Vino, and Massimo are both very good about changing up their menus on a regular basis, introducing new products. I remember a while back they won the Prosciutto di Parma award that they had there, so
Right.
that was a nice thing for them, and you see the prosciutto being carved right there.
Exactly.
So there's a lot of great things that I think that they've carried on and done that way. What are some of the things coming up? Do you guys got any special things going on, New Year's, anything else?
Exactly. We still have a reservation available for Christmas Eve. We are going to have New Year's Eve dinner, but we still be able to offer our entire full menu. Massimo is going to have live music for New Year's Eve. Pane Vino will be a little more private, a little more traditional.
Yep.
But if you want to jump in the Italian culture, be in Italy for a couple hours, have fun, enjoy authentic, amazing food, please come visit us. We're waiting for you.
That's fantastic. So we've got New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve, and Christmas Eve you said we got lunch at Pane and dinner, and then Massimo's both as well.
Exactly, and we also catering with our new catering business. It's called Presto. We're catering from many families during Christmas Eve. We're offering authentic, traditional Christmas Eve meal, and I would love to mention that.
So now is Presto's launched and people can find the information going to the sites? and
Absolutely,
everything?
go on our website, Massimo and Pane Vino. You will find our menu, our wine list, and our catering as well.
Fantastic. So Presto, hard name to forget. Now, before I let you go, I'd be
Yes.
remiss if we didn't talk about some of your personal traditions that you grew up with, because we're talking about how these traditions carry on, and now that you're here, you're a part of them being carried on in Rhode Island and the United States as a whole. Tell us about some of the things. So Zach was mentioning the Epiphany, and he mentioned a couple of things. What were some of your favorite ones growing up?
Well, one of my most emotional memory, it's remembering my grandfather going out at late night on the 23rd of December, go to the fish market to try to get the best seafood available for the New Year's Christmas Eve dinner. And I remember waking up as a child, open my eyes, first sensation, smelling the aroma of the seafood coming from the kitchen, running down in the kitchen, find there my grandmothers that were obviously the bosses of the kitchen,
Yep.
and enjoy the holidays with them.
So that was something that had to be that today, when you're doing this, still sticks with you, right?
Exactly.
So the Epiphany, is that something that you were a part? Did you guys celebrate that as well?
Sure, we do. My mom used to leave treats and small toys for us. It was more like, sometimes it was fruits actually.
Fruit.
Yes.
Oh, my
yes.
kids would go crazy.
On the fireplace, and I remember me and my brother waking up very excited, go to the fireplace and find fruits, treats, and toys. It was just very, very fun.
Fantastic. See, these are the important things, and Zach brought this up earlier about talking about how to carry them on and bring people together. I think that you and Zach could come together and you could help him with some of these customs and helping people here, because you're right down the street, number one. Number two, can't get more authentic than where she's come from and the background that she has, so that's wonderful. Now, at both the restaurants and going in, so Pane Vino's been up there 15 years. 15 years they just celebrated, I think. And then Massimo is over a year now
Yep.
to be up in that spot. These kinds of traditions that your guests are coming in, are you finding that a lot of your guests are already familiar with them, or they're just starting to enjoy them, or is it a mix?
Well, there is a mix, I would say.
Okay.
It's very nice, have questions from our guests. As soon as they find out about my accent, they start questioning me and ask me, where are you from? What's your story? What's your
What's your
tradition?
story?
So are we eating authentic Italian food? And I love to say that that's what you're gonna find in Italy on your tables if you'll be there right now.
Yeah, that makes sense. And I would ask you too, because now that I know, I'd be asking you the same question. How do you feel about this, or how do you feel about that? And it seems like, with Pane, with its 15 years out there, is that it's had a lot of people that are continuing to come there. That's a big staple of people that know that, and it's even their tradition to go there once a week for dinner. With Massimo, it seems like you guys are educating a lot of people as they come in too. So I think that
Right.
you guys deserve a lot of credit, and you being able to go back and forth is awesome. So thank you very much. And this was fantastic. Smells wine. Good choice on the wine. We're glad you're here. Congratulations again on your
It was
degree
my
again.
pleasure.
Thank you very
Take
much.
care.